Hello again, it's Noob, and today we get to look at something a little bit different. Instead of a review of a set of lockpicks, we actually have a set of lock turning tools here, which are available from Multipick. Full disclosure, Multipick did send me this kit for the purposes of this review, but it's not a paid review. All thoughts are my own. I have worked with Multipick in the past to bring out some designs. I hope to continue to do that in the future, and I don't get any money from the profits of any sales of any Multipick equipment, so whether you buy this or not is really down to you. It doesn't affect me at all. That being said, I actually did ask Multipick to bring out this particular set. You may have seen this set before when I did a review on the Christina Palmer lockpick sets, and you can see the tension tools in that set are the same ones that you see in this set. I wanted them to be available separately because I genuinely like these designs. I think that they are really great, and I thought, well, maybe you just want some good turning tools and not necessarily want to buy a whole set of picks, or you have a nice set of picks, maybe even multi-pick ones, and you just want something to add to it. And so I said to Multipick, please could you bring out this set? And well, look, they did. But why do I like these so much? Why did I want them to be available? Clearly I already have a set, so I don't need any more. The reason is because I just think they're well thought through. So you'll notice that these turning tools here, which let's for ease of explanation right now call them top of the keyway turning tools, you'll notice they're not in a Z formation. That means that they are more easily stored in a pick set like this, and you can see exactly just what end you're choosing, even when the other end is not clear. So that's why Christina Palmer designed them this way. Yes, it's probably more efficient to have a double-ended turning tool, but it was her choice to make them single-ended, so like I said, easier to put into a case and easier to take out without dragging all other tools behind it, as you probably have found with any other of your Z turning tools. Then you get 9 different, let's call them top of the keyway turning tools in 3 different thicknesses, in 3 different styles, and then you get some bottom of the keyway turning tools in 3 different thicknesses, and some which can be a combination of top or bottom because they're a bit shorter. In fact, I do actually like to shorten these just a little bit more than they are here, but you can always take away, you can never add, so having a little extra length is always good. And then you get this other angled tapered turning tool here, which is very useful too, which I'll come on to. So there are 16 tools and a full leather multi-pick case, which I actually quite like, but we're not really reviewing the case, so let's put that to one side for now. So let's talk about these turning tools. Where to start? Well, let's start with the ranges of thicknesses and depths you see here. So these are the longest of the, let's call them top of the keyway tools, and clearly they're designed for those locks which have a very deep keyway. I have an example here of a lock with an extraordinarily deep keyway, for which I'd probably use something like this to reach all the way down into like that to get tension. You can see just how deep that goes into that keyway. It's considerable, and more than a lot of turning tools really go down to. You'll also notice that they are 3 thicknesses, but they're not your normal thicknesses. Yes, you get a 0.8 and a 1mm turning tool, which in terms of thicknesses, which is kind of standard, I'd say. But then you have a 1.3mm. Now, why do I like that? Well, let's go on to another set of these turning tools where they're a bit shorter. So you really want to have a turning tool which gets as close to the lock body as you can, so that it's more secure and doesn't pivot out. So again, you have what I'd call a more standard length of top of the keyway turning tools, again in 0.8, 1.3 and 1mm. But let's have a look at how close a fit the 1.3mm is in some American style keyways. So you can see that I've got a anti-pull plate here, and or anti-drill, and put that in, and look, oh, it does not quite hold it in perfectly tight, but you can see how there's very little play in here. It's really tight and actually the perfect depth, so that's really nice. Then you actually got, so for keyways like this, I'll show you what I mean by pivoting. This again is a perfect thickness and it's really nice and tight in there, very little play, but it's got a little bit of movement here. That's what I'm talking about pivoting. So you have some closer top of the keyway tools like this, which are designed for, well, many different lock types, but let's choose that thick one again since we've got an American style keyway here. You can see that that will go in and provide a really nice flush fit in, well, nearly every possible way. So that 1.3mm as opposed to a standard 1.2mm thickness, I find is just brilliant, especially in those American keyways. But nevertheless, they will also work in European keyways as well. Let's just grab one of these locks, a very standard Yale-esque keyway, and we could put pretty much anything we want in top of that. There we go, and that would go in top of the keyway like this, providing tension either way. But then it brings me on to another feature of these longer turning tools. Now, yes, in a deep keyway, these can be used top of the keyway, as we discussed before, but you can also use these, we'll get the right thickness, let's find probably the thinnest one, in the bottom of the keyway like this. So they can actually be used in the bottom of the keyway to tension a lock. In fact, there's nothing stopping you from using these long tools as turners for dimple locks either. We have the same thicknesses in the top of the keyway turners here, although I do use them in bottom of the keyway as well. Let me show you what I mean by top of the keyway. So I've got this 1.3mm one again in this lock, which I just have available, and you'll see that if you prefer to tension a lock like this, it's deep enough to go down into that keyway and help you tension the lock. I've got the 1mm top of the keyway tool here, and again that fits in quite nicely, but if you put it in too far it will interfere with the first pin, which is why on some of my ones I have just taken a few millimeters off. But again, it depends on the types of lock you pick and how you like to tension them. For example, if you took a few millimeters off, it probably wouldn't reach down into this, but then the longer version therefore would. So I would always modify a tool with a lot of caution and knowing that you would void any warranty that Multipick provide. Then of course you've got the nice long bottom of the keyway turners, which are again in that 0.8, 1mm and 1.3. Again, super useful. Last but not least, you can see here we've got this tapered angled turner, which goes from 0.8 to 1.4mm, so 0.8 at the thin end to 1.4, really thick tool at the other. Why is that important? Well, it allows you to tension a number of different lock types with the same turning tool. So here is a small keyway, and that will just fit in and go in a little way. Then if you have a slightly wider keyway, it'll go in even further. If you've got an even wider keyway again, it will probably go even further and reach round, and this will explain why. See that nice tension you got there? You see why it's at an angle? It's so it can naturally reach over these anti-drill or pull plates, and also escutcheons like this. So you can see how, and probably those doors with the, is it the rose handles? I can't remember what they're called, but you know what I'm talking about, the ones with the little kick cylinders inside them. So yeah, this is a very useful tapered angled turning tool for those, well, more real life situations. For small keyways, those little top of the keyway turners can also be used bottom of the keyway, and it actually gives you quite a lot of extra room down in there, especially if you're raking, I find. In terms of quality, all the tools are exactly what we'd expect from Multipick. They have all the information actually printed on them. The finish is really nice and smooth. Everything's exactly how you expect. One word of caution though, especially the really thin turning tools, is that in the case, because the case is deeper than some of the tools, you might find that the tools actually sort of stick in to the side of the new case. It probably won't happen so much once it's been used for a while and loosens up, but if you think you've got a couple of the tools missing, just actually check properly inside the case to see if they are there or not, because the likelihood is they really are there, they're just sort of stuck in the case a bit deeper than you expected. I always like to do some lockpicking on my videos when I do a review, even though we're not really reviewing a lockpick set. But yeah, let's throw in a few locks and do a couple of demos, because why not? Obviously, I won't be going through 16 different demos to demonstrate every single turning tool, but I'll try and pick some highlights to show you. This is a 1.3mm medium top of the keyway turner, and I've chosen this just because it really is just so well fitted to picking these American locks and other American style keyways. It's not particularly hard lock to pick, this one, but it will be perfect for the purposes of this demonstration. So I'm just going to pick my way through these. Oh, and we're already open, look at that. So next up is this little stubby turner. I've chosen this one because it's just a really nice fit on a lock with a flush keyway. Just want to demonstrate that. And I'm just going to have a go at picking this. I think it's a 6-pin lock with a pretty cool set of spools in it, which is always nice. So pin 3 there, pin 2, back to the back, going back through the lock, seeing if there's anything which hasn't been set. Pin 6, I think, 5, and if it doesn't look like we've picked it, then it's probably because we need to go back and reset pin 1. Okay, back through. That's feels like pin 3, and we have an open. There we go. You might find this odd, but I'm going to demonstrate the 1mm top of the keyway tool in a small lock, but using it bottom of the keyway. Because it doesn't go in too far, it means that I have a bit more room to wiggle a rake around on the inside. So let's give that a bit of a go and see if we can try to rake this little lock open somehow. Got it into a full set. I don't know whether I can pick any remaining pins. There we go. And finally, let's try one of these longer, technically top of the keyway tools, but as a bottom of the keyway turning tool, just while we're messing around with where we put turning tools in locks. Let's give that a go. So again, I'm just going to try and rake this, see if I can get it into maybe a full set. Oh, felt something go then. And oh, got an open. So there you go, the full Multipick Elite Christina Palmer tension tool set. And I genuinely really like it. I normally do pros, cons, and things I'd like to improve. In terms of pros, I just think that the design of these is really great. It offers a lot of different depths and thicknesses and flexibility for accessing a huge number of keyways. I genuinely find them very useful, and I have and do use these turning tools when I'm picking locks. In terms of cons, well, there's one small one and one maybe bigger one. The small one is you may like a Z type tool because it's less tools have to carry. And you might not like the single-ended version. I think that's maybe a preference thing. Personally, I like the single-ended one. I find it easier to locate the tools, and it doesn't drag other tools out when I'm taking out the pick case. But again, personal preference. I think the biggest con is that this is not a cheap set, sadly. So this is currently, at the time of this video, and current exchange rates and all those things which will change over time, €85.89 or £73 thereabouts, or $95 or thereabouts. For 16 tools plus a case, if you take the cost of the case away, that's around £4 per tool. Not horrendous maybe, but still not cheap. And I think that whether you want one of these sets will be driven by two things, which is whether you like these turning tools and feel that they will fit with your picking style and kit, and whether you need more turning tools, and also that price point, which I do think is quite high. However, what you're getting is great quality, really good tools, a great design, and I personally really like them for what they are in terms of their functionality. In terms of what I would improve in the future, I don't have really any improvements per se. All I'd say is, even though this is a 16-piece turning tool set, it's still never enough, is it? You'll still need more turning tools for certain locks which just require a very specific turning tool that you just don't have and you have to make. But this does cover off a lot of bases. Anyway, let me know what you think to this set in the comments. Do you agree with my summation? What would you like to see? What wouldn't you like to see? Please let me know. I do read all the comments and reply to as many as I can. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more of this kind of content, then please do consider subscribing. It really helps my channel out, and I'll see you all next time.